Hello everybody and welcome to round 3 of the F1 League. We are back with the highlights this season, and today we are at China, and yes, this is qualifying, and now I'm on the intermediate tyres, and yes, the current pole sitter is indeed on the super softs. Now, the weather forecast suggested the qualifying would be pretty much dry for the whole session. We're planning to go on soft tyres due to the high tyre wear around the track. Those super softs that I was on will probably be on about 18% by the time he gets to the grid, which is not ideal at all. So we thought to go on to the soft tyres, which we thought was going to work. However, when we got out there, it was pouring down with rain. So we came back in, decided to just settle up on P18 at the moment. I should gain a couple of places, hopefully, to be sat on the grid. So far this season, I've had 2 DNFs. In Australia, I qualified 3rd. I was leading at one point behind the safety car, then got overtaken by RBZ. Managed to keep with him for about a lap before I just touched a white line, and that's threw me straight into the barrier. No one can really understand why that happened. In Bahrain, I qualified 2nd behind Dizzy Cupid upon his return. Under the safety car, I was brake checked by someone who I think was auto braked. That sent me to the pits, and on the in lap of the safety car, so that was the end of that. And then I got a drive-through penalty for going well under the speed limit, well under 50 mph. Sent it into the developers, and they said they will sort it out. But now on this lap here, obviously I'm a lot slower than RBZ, but it looks like I'm going to gain a couple of places here. I know a couple of people haven't set laps. Casey Legend set a lap on the softs when it was pouring down rain, so I might be able to beat him here. My teammate, of course, has been doing a really good job so far for the Renault team. You can see there's 7.7 laps of fuel in, so I still had a lot to offer here in terms of fuel, definitely. But anyway, round the hairpin, run a little bit wide, but it's not too bad. What can you expect? No, I haven't done any wet practice around this racetrack and was not in the frame of mind for a wet session. But here we go, coming across the line now. Where are we going to be? What lap are we going to set? It's a 1:49.240, so that has moved us above Casey Legend 99, who in the end did improve on Inter. So it's RBZ, Lexbox 1, Hamilton Fan taking the first 3 spots. A very lopsided grid apart from RBZ and Lexbox. You'd expect those to be up there, but the main challengers really. Dizzy Cupid down in 19th, he was taken out in qualifying. From Maestro in 14th, me in 15th, and Casey in 16th. Mike even down in 9th, not where he'd want to be. And you can see here on the formation lap, I am on the super soft tyres. I chose mediums, but put me on the super softs for the formation lap. And as you can see now, to my surprise, we managed to get put on the mediums. But here we go, we have 5 lights. Gershon Zink has jumped the starting lights out, and away we go. We're near enough alongside F1 Marshall already here. We're going to go around the outside into turn 1. Alfred's got a pretty poor start there, and we decided to back off there. Let F1 Marshall try and go on the outside, and that he's been made to pay for that. Physicality's moved over a little bit, and Marshall's gone wide. So we're already up to 14th. We've got Casey Legend on our inside making some moves early on here. But it's exactly what we wanted to do. Go through cleanly. That was my aim. We knew we'd gain places due to a little bit of carnage. There's Jamie on the right there. That's Alfred on the left. And we've gained a couple more positions. Physicalo's out of the race. And LFG's been put in the ward as well. So we're up to 9th already here. What a start. I've been hit in the back by Jamie due to a bit of lag, I was told by my teammate. But here we go, up in 9th already. A wonderful start from us, avoiding the carnage as much as possible. We've got Mike just ahead here on the super softs. It's going to be hard to keep up with him here. He's a very quick driver. But always been taken out by Carroll, I think that is. So Mike's gone down the order. I'm up to 8th already. So, wow, what can you say about that? What a start. And the virtual safety car was deployed later on lap 1 for something. But we seem to be going along. Look at this, braking for no reason, despite being well over the delta time. So not really happy about that. But virtual safety car did end on lap 2. And we kept our 8th place, which I think due to lag in the end moves up to 7th place. You'll see that in a second here, but we're right behind Sam, who's on the soft tyres. We might be able to dispatch him. Hopefully we can with our pace. But here we go, about to come up into 7th place. I'm not sure why, but we have been moved up into 7th place. Maybe someone got a lag spike or something. But there we go, 7th place is ours. We're going to track down Sam now then, here on lap 2 of the Grand Prix. And on lap 2, we got a pretty poor exit out of the last corner. That's allowed Dizzy Cupid to make his way up. He set the fast lap of the race, and he's going to go down the inside. I'm not going to fight him at this point. Decided to let him through, not fight him at all, because I know he's a very quick driver, especially on those softs. He was going to be around 8 tenths a lap quicker than me, maybe even a bit more on those softs. So I decided to let him through for my own well-being, and maybe even keeping his slipstream with DRS, and that could help me later on. Swiss King ran wide, so we decided to go up his around his outside into his left-hander, and that was move done. That was up into P7 now, so it's back into P7. So yeah, the lag reset itself, so we are up into P7 now on lap 3, right behind Vapid Coot, who's going to dive into the pits. So that lets us move up to P5, and someone else is coming to the pits there, so that is P4 for us. That's RBZ into the pits. So P4 Very good start from P15, but I'm not letting us get over ourselves at the moment. We still have to do our race, we still have to drive properly and well, just in case of any safe car. A lot of people have pits, that's probably why we're doing it as well as we are. Another car pit there at the end of the lap, so we're up into the podium places already. And now we're going to look up the inside of Sam here. Here we go, doesn't give us a lot of room, but we still managed to sneak up his inside. There's Dizzy going very slowly indeed. We have to go inside and cut the corner, so that's made our move against Sam very easy. And now Dizzy's about to lag ahead again, so that's really helped us make the move over Sam. Couldn't really go anywhere, and we've made the move up into P2. And safety car deployed here on lap 6, so the worst time we could have happened for us. We were looking to go to about lap 11 before coming into the pit, so this safety car is going to end on about lap 9. This is probably one of the worst situations that could have happened for us. We were quite unlucky with the safety car. Our tyres are in good shape. Everyone's going to be right back with us. We could have gotten into pit stop, but Dizzy Cooper did come into the pits at the end of the lap, unsurprisingly, on his soft. And do you know what? That allows us to take the lead of the race, so 15th to 1st in just 7 laps. Brilliant stuff from us. In case Legend 99 in second there. You see here, I'm limited, guys. I am limited. That's why I couldn't get going under the safety car. I wanted to get going around that final second to last corner, but I couldn't. I know a couple of people got damaged, but I couldn't do anything about that. And now we lead the Grand Prix on lap 10, and that is the safety car restart. So, good work from us. We managed to keep first place. And here on lap 11, we've pulled out about an 8/10 gap to Case Legend, but Dizzy's right all over him with the soft tyre. We're trying to push as hard as we can, and we've ran a little bit wide. No, we've run wide, and that's going to make us pay. So it's not what we wanted. Dizzy and James are going to go straight through here, Casey Legend, but we're going to have to try and stick with them. I know Dizzy's going to probably clear off after taking the lead in momentarily, but hopefully we can stay with Casey Legend and I try and make the move on him. I know we have a little bit more pace, but he is quite quick around here. On lap 13, we decided to stick behind him. There's no need to really overtake him. He said we'd let us through, but that didn't matter. We ran a little bit deep, but overall a pretty good pit entry. And now we're going to comfortably get into the speed limit, and there we are. So P5, that's going to go down a couple more places. We're going to just see the race start at the moment, see what the situation is. Dizzy, Casey, Sam, Mike's done pretty good to get back up to 4th. Maestro's still out on his mediums in 5th. Gorsh, Xbox One, but that's ever changing as people come into the pit. So we come in for our first pit stop for a fresh set of the soft tyres. We're going to go to medium, soft during this race. We're aiming to pit about lap 20. Tyre was better than I thought. I'm not going to lie, tyre was much better than I thought. So, end of lap 14. Oh my days, we've already caught. We're about 3 seconds behind at the end of that first section. We've already gained on, overtaken RBZ here, going up the inside. A very, very simple move for us, and we've moved up into P11. That's not a real position, of course. A lot of people are still yet to come to the pits, but we'll see where we are. Maybe battling for those podium positions. That's all we can hope for at the moment. I felt I had good pace coming into this race, but that qualifying stopped any chances of a win, which we could have had if Dizzy was stuck in 19th place as he was. So there we go, sent the fastest last sector. We're going to be just ahead of our teammate here, so that's kind of worked. That was our plan, to try and get me ahead, and that has worked. We're up into P9, and Swiss King is next, and now on lap 15. We're going to try and get past Swiss King here, and we take a lot more speed. Doesn't really give us room. I've been forced to barge up his inside there. Not the way I wanted to make the move, but we've gone around his outside, and that is move done in the end up into P8. And it was Carroll next, and he came into the pits at the end of the lap for some new tyres. So we passed him, setting another purple last second, 38.5. Not a bad lap, and we're up ahead of Mike, up into 5th place. Jamie then pit at the end of the lap, so we're up into P4. Gorsh Grab was next, and we passed him pretty much round that corner. Look at that, we gained a lot of time there. And look up the inside, maybe here into the right-hander. Can we get past him? We're going to take our time, but we want to get past him quickly. 3.1 ahead of Casey Legend. He can easily catch up if we are caught behind anyone here. And now looking around the outside here. Can we drive around his outside? That'd be a tremendous move. Are we going to? Yes, we are here. I felt a bit of contact there, and he just span off. I tried to give it as much room as possible. I think he might have a bit of lag, or he understood me. I'm not sure. I tried to give him enough room, but I can only apologise for that. And for Maestro, came in for his one and only stop at the end of lap 17 for some soft tyres. I believe he got a bit of front wing damage as well there. So we're behind Dizzy Cooper now. Can't do anything about that gap. He had a free pit stop under the safety car, so I can't really do anything about him. He's a pit stop ahead. We're never going to be able to catch him up. And on lap 20, we decided to come into the pits once again for our second and final stop to go onto the soft tyres. Looks like we're going to have to overtake Mike Marshmallow there on the medium tyres. Like, hopefully it's going to be our only overtake. I was expecting to be near Sam, but he had a drive through and expected to be near Maestro. So, where are we going to come out? This is going to be crucial. Are we 4th? We're going to be 5th or 6th, or maybe down in 7th place. This is going to be crucial for the race. And there's no one anywhere near us. We're up into 4th place. Amazing stuff here. Our pace seemed pretty strong around this track, and so it has proven. We've managed to gap into P4, and Mike Marshmallow is next. You would have seen the gap in a minute here. Casey Legend comes into the pits, and the gap between me and Mike was about 12.1 seconds, 11.1 seconds at this stage, and by like 4 laps later we'd gained about 10 seconds. We were right behind him, and he decided to come into the pits. We would have had him anyway, but he decided to come into the pits, which could help our teammate potentially get a podium. He's battling with F1 Maestro at the moment. Dizzy's miles ahead. He came into the pits late on for a fresh set of superstores to set the fast lap, but after being 15th on the grid, we've come around the final corner to claim a wonderful second place, and finally our season has been kick-started here at China. So in the end, Dizzy Cupid took a dominating win despite starting from 19th on the grid. I came second, 15th on the grid. Casey Legend ended up on the podium from 16th on the grid, and F1 Maestro from 14th on the grid. One of my best races. I really enjoyed that race. Nice to get the season going again. Mike Marshmallow 5th, Zinker in 6th, Jamie in 7th, Sam in 8th, Carol in 9th, and Swiss King in 10th. Well guys, what a brilliant race. I felt I had the pace to win if I started on pole, but that wasn't to be. The rain caught us out. But thank you very much for watching guys. Please like and subscribe, follow me on Twitter and Twitch below, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.